Hello guys and welcome to Astrology Coaching by Anatoly. Today we are going to discuss the second house in Vedic Astrology. Let's start now. Okay, so you know this is my chart. This is my chart. The previous time we discussed this, which is the first house, and this is the second house. You see down the number 8. I mean this is the second house. This is the second house. You see the number 8, which means Scorpio. But every time this part of the chart is the second house. So for Libra ascendant, for Libra Lagna, the second house is Scorpio. Okay, so now we're going to see what exactly is the second house. And if you want to know more about your money, you have to watch this video. Okay, so second house is called in Vedic Astrology Dana Bhava, and it has affinity to Taurus because Taurus is the original second zodiac sign. And of course the ruler of Taurus, Venus. So second house has affinity to Taurus and its ruler Venus. The motto or the phrase that describes the second house, of course, is the same as the Taurus sign, which is I own. The direction is northeast. The karka of this house is Jupiter, and maybe you ask why Jupiter? Because Jupiter is the planet responsible for the wealth and money, and that's why the karka of this house is Jupiter. Type of the house, this is Artha house, and it is Marka house. Marka house means killer because, as I told you in the previous video, killer is because this house is responsible for the resources, and if you don't have resources, you are dead. Okay, the body parts that this house represents are the same as Taurus. The face and the first part of the throat, the same as Taurus. Okay, so now we are going to discuss the key specification. Just to mention that here on the second in the second house there are no planets that have Digbhava. Digbhava is directional strength. So the key specification. First, the most important thing, this is the house of wealth, of savings, of money. Second, 9th and 11th are the houses that from which you can see whether you have money or how you're gonna get money. Second house is the house of your resources. No matter, I'm not speaking only for money. I speak for knowledge, resources as knowledge, shelter, clothes, food. Everything that is some kind of resource in your life. This is second house. Second house is your voice, your speech, because it rules your throat. So everything what you are speaking is controlled by the second house. The big orators, the big speakers, the big motivational speakers, or the big singers have strong second house most of the time. Second house are the things that you value, the things that you appreciate, family values, traditions. This is second house. So from the second house you can see your family too. Second house is everything that goes out from your mouth and goes in from your in your mouth. This means food, the type of food that you like. You can see the type of the food you like depending on the planets in the second house. Of course, if you want to know about the second house, the situation, whether it's strong or weak, you have to check the planets in the second house. You have to check the ruler of the second house. You have to check the most important point, that the degree that your ascendant is. For example, your ascendant is 12 degrees. This means that the most important part of every other house will be the 12th degree of that house and the constellation in this point. You have to check whether other planets are aspecting this house, and all these factors will determine whether this house is strong or it's not so strong. Okay, this house represents everything you depend on, represents money, banks, jobs that are related to banks, finance. This is second house. The other thing that second house is related to is in some way fame, because the face determines your fame too. So second house will show your face, and due to this it can determine some kind your fame. So through second house you can see what you value, you can see how you can earn money, it can determine your career too, and you can see what you like to speak about. Of course, third house is the speaking and communication house, but through second house you will have a glimpse of what you like to speak. So for example, if you have a Leo in the second house, this means that you can speak about show business, you can speak about creativity, or you can have a powerful speech like a lion speech, this you can become a good singer, orator, or you can have a really magical voice. Yeah, if you have Leo in the second house. But as I told you in the previous video, I'm going to make another series, signs through houses. Now we're going to explain the planets. For example, if you have Sun and it's a good position, this means you have money, you have power, you have powerful voice, or you have powerful father, and you would like to continue the lineage and the family tradition that your father has. If you have Moon, this will make your voice very sensual, very feminine, and you have a lot of women in your family. If you have Moon, this will cause a beautiful face too. If it's debilitated, Moon, this will cause a lot of problems in your family, problems with your mother, and maybe you have problems speaking, and you have for example, utter. Is this the English word? Utter. Problems with speaking fluently at the beginning of your life, at least. I forgot to say that second house shows your childhood, the early childhood, toddler period, when you were the toddler. If you have Mercury, a good communicator, really good communicator, good sense of humor, and probably you'll be able, if the sign is, for example, Virgo or Gemini, and there is a Mercury there, you'll be able to imitate other people. And you can even, why not, sound movies? Or is this the English word? Yeah, translate movies with your voice. If you have Venus in a good sign, a beautiful, sensual voice. Maybe you will have a lot of jewelry in your as a resource. You have a lot of money, because Venus is of course wealth. It is a big wealth, and I forgot to say that second house is jewelry too. Rules the jewelry, all kind of resources. If you have what else? Mars. This means energetic, ambitious voice that is a little bit arrogant or rude. If it's debilitated, this means that you have a lot of arguments, a lot of quarrels in your family and family issues. If it's debilitated, because Mars is a big energy, and all the energy will go through your voice, and you have to be careful what are you speaking and what are you eating. It can mean food disorder too. If you have Sun, Moon, Venus, Mercury, Mars, Jupiter in textbooks and some astrologer says that if a karaka of a house is in the house, this means problems with the house. And Jupiter is the sole planet of the second house, and most of the astrologers says that there will be problems with this house. Problems, as far as I see in my own experience with charts, you will have problems at the beginning of your life. With time, these problems will disappear. Most probably you have problems with money and family, because this is the second house, but with time this will clear and everything will be okay. Of course, if Jupiter is debilitated, the problems will be more severe, and you probably have to pay more attention, take care of the problems, and you need more to pay attention to the issues, and it will be more difficult to heal them. Jupiter in second house gives it may make you eat more and put on weight, so be careful what are you eating. If you have Saturn, this means that you may not at the beginning of your life, maybe you have a difficult childhood, or you have difficult communication, difficult speech, or you will not want to speak with other children, for example, and it will be a little bit cold communication. You hide your emotions, and you will earn and save money gradually, step by step. If you have Rahu, it means that you need to experience the material life. You need to create your own family. You need to have your own money, because Ketu will be in the 8th house of spirituality, transformation, other people's money. In this life, you came to experience the life through money, through family values, and through your speech. You have to be careful what are you speaking. You have to be careful how much money you have, because you always want more and more and more, and this will be karma, your karma, to learn your lessons through money. Maybe you will not have at all money, or maybe you have a lot of money, or maybe you have issues with your family. Ketu in the second house gives problems with the family, gives problems with speaking, gives or very spiritual speaking, makes you detached from your family, from your traditions, from your family value, and makes you like an alien in your family. If you have Neptune in this position, this means that you are that you are speaking about different worlds, dimensions. You are very imaginative. You have emotional speech that creates different worlds. You have to be careful with the money you save, because one day you can have them, on the other day they can disappear. It's foggy. Neptune is a foggy planet, and creates illusions that you have something, but you don't have it in the real life. You can lie or create movies in your speech, because Neptune is a planet that is connected with photography, that is connected with movies, right? So if you have Neptune here, this means that you are born in a generation that have specific speech and specific approach towards money. Uranus will make you very rebellious speech, a speech that wants to change the world, or you have problems with your savings and your money. One day you have, on the other day you lose everything or expend everything. And Pluto will most probably cause problems with your family and a lot of transformation. But Pluto is a planet that gives a lot of power and a lot of money. So if it's in good sign, it can give you a lot of money. So these are the planets. I think I didn't miss anything. Moon, Mars, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, Rahu. Okay, so now the Lord, for example, now we're going to make the game. For example, you have second house, and the Lord of the second house is in the third house. Now you can pose, so the Lord of the second house is in the third house. So now I'm going to ask how this person, through the Lord of the second house, will earn money. And you can pause now the video and you can write your comments. You can leave a comment how this person, if the Lord of the second house is in the third house, how this person is going to earn money. One possibility. Of course, there are many options, but just with one sentence. What is third house? We'll check it in the next video. So, okay, pause now the video and leave a comment. And now I'm going to explain what will happen when the Lord of the third house when the Lord of the third house is placed, when the Lord of the second house is placed in the third house. It's very late. It's around 12 o'clock midnight. Okay? Okay, so if the Lord of the second house is in the third house, this means that you can first value your siblings, value communication. This means that you can earn money through communication, through your siblings, or through your own business, because third house is a house where you put your efforts, your own efforts. The other thing is that you can make things with your hands. Third house is shoulder, arms, hands, and speech, sing, art, movement of the body. So you can earn your money through your communication, your hands, or through or business or siblings. This is one of the options. If the second house is in the 11th house, so the Lord of the money house is in the other house of money, this is Dan yoga. This is a yoga that means wealth. This gives wealth. Okay? I hope you like it. This is the end of the second house. Thank you for watching the video. If you have anything to add, you can leave a comment. I hope soon, when there are enough subscribers or enough people, I can make live chat or live chat, and we can speak and I can explain things that I didn't explain in the video, because in the videos you have time deadline. I mean, it's not okay to be more than 20 minutes, and it's very difficult to upload it, and it's it has to be less than 20 minutes, and I'm trying to make the most important summary, and sometimes I miss some things, but yeah. And of course, the camera and anxiety. Of course, I still feel anxiety when I speak in front of camera. I don't know how other people do it. It's very difficult.